Wait, I think I know you. You helped the Grandmaster crush those Naramese bastards at the harbor gate, didn't you? I can't believe that actually happened.
Madame? Yes? Walk blessed, my lady. Where do you need to go? Sure. Where to?
Sad. Bloody stuff, is it?
You are expected.
Good. And on their way back, the others will be able to steer the ship without you, correct?
Yes, they won't be steering anything, to be precise, because Gertrude flies on her own as soon as the coordinates have been set. He thanks you, Tilo Arenthil. Any other Grand Master would have laughed at him, but you have listened instead. Now he will be the first of his people to meet the Ancient Fathers. It is hard to believe that. Walk blessed, and all the best for your fight.
Thank you. The others are expecting you.
The last
and there's one
passenger
more
has
thing.
arrived.
This
That is a
amulet
pleasure.
belonged to my son. I want you to have it. Wear it or not, the choice is yours. Now leave. And do not disappoint me.
Welcome aboard. How are things going? Are you ready? Well then. All aboard! Then raise the ramp. She's taking off! And there we go. Good. Very good.
Ralphus.
Incredible. Fly!
Well, look who's here. How are you? Yes, excited. I guess I feel the same. Well, did you want something in particular, or are you just looking for some company? You're right. But on the other hand, do you have to be a mummy in order to dedicate yourself to archaeology? The Starlings. I have been fascinated by them since I was a child. You must know, their technology is so powerful that if they wanted to, they could probably conquer the entire civilized world with it. But they don't. And why? Because they all share the same dream instead. Exactly. A place without war or hunger, where all are born equal and enjoy the same rights, regardless of their standing in society. And for some reason, this thought has fascinated me as much as the Starlings themselves do. Call it a fantasy, but if there is such a place, if it really is like the old legends, we'd be able to learn so much from the Ancient Fathers. And, well, there it is, the answer to your question. I suppose that this naive hope is the reason for my interest in the Star People's culture. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Anyway, let us continue our conversation at a later time, shall we? I want to enjoy the night sky. Who knows how many more chances we will have.
Yes? What do you want? Well, peace, hopefully. Forgive him, but he has no better answer.
It's a crazy world, isn't it? On our way to a forgotten city in the clouds, and I'm part of it. It just sounds surreal. But anyway, it's good that you're here. I wanted to talk to you. Do you have a second? You have a point there. How should I put it? I wanted to thank you. I'm not sure if you know it, but all that's happened since I plucked you out of that thicket on the Sun Coast, it did something to me. I think I've understood something, as corny as it may sound. It's hard to put into words. You know, I still believe what I told you that time we met at the Dancing Nomad. That we all act as we do because we hope it makes us happy. But somehow, in no small part thanks to my father, I've always considered responsibility and being happy to be contradictory. But actually, that's wrong. It's the exact opposite. In order to be truly content, we need connection. To a person, to a cause, to anything. If you never find that, you'll never find yourself. Yeah, I said that. And I still think it's true to an extent. You're on your own if you want to be. I'm responsible for what happened to Adila and to Licia, because I never wanted to be responsible. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But I can't change what happened. I'll just have to live with that. Maybe, maybe not. In the end, I can only speak for myself. The fact is, though, that that it feels like I owe this world to be right here, right now, as part of something momentous. And I like how that feels. That surprises me. No matter how all this ends, I will have no regrets. The same goes for our friendship. That's what I wanted to tell you. Despite all the trouble we got ourselves into, I'm glad that our paths crossed. For whatever reason they did. Thanks. But anyway, enough of this sentimental babble for now. You should probably rest a little. Who knows what awaits us up there?
Well, look who's here. How are you?
Let's just skip the small talk. I was never good at that. I wanted to see you because there's something I need to show you. Follow me. I couldn't sleep, so I used the chance to take a look around. The thought that Kermine did this all by himself, it's incredible. It would take dozens of Enderalian craftsmen at least 5 years to do this. So, are you ready? Yeah, but just bear with me. You'll be surprised. Ready to go in? Good. Kurmai told me about this place. This sphere is what keeps us in the air, and it draws its energy from the water. Crystal water, that's what he called it. I just had to see it for myself. It's beautiful, don't you think? In any case,
He just can't believe it. No, he just can't believe it.
Oh, damn. No, quickly, run. That should do it. Now, wait a second.
What part of vertical didn't you understand? He thinks his instructions were clear. Stay here. Do nothing. But no. You decide to run around the ship and open whatever door crosses your path. And no, don't look at him like that. Next time, there will be consequences.
Well, okay. Yes. Sayera, that... by the name of the sun, I just can't believe it. Here we are, on a mission to save mankind, and instead of sharpening our weapons and talking gloomily, we play hide and seek like two little kids who just stole an apple from their neighbor. That's just bizarre, isn't it? Anyway, I guess we're safe down here, at least for a while. Actually, I don't mind. This place, it makes me feel serene. Lets you forget why we're here. Do I? In a good or bad way? That's good to hear. You know, Sayera, I've been thinking about what happened in the castle and the talk we had after that. Well, do you remember when I said that I should maybe just give up and accept that I'll never be able to fully control that thing inside me? You told me that I might be right. That I should maybe just stop trying to control it. Because that only made it stronger in a way. At first, that made me really angry. It just sounded heartless, even though I know you didn't mean it that way. But then I thought about it and realized there's truth to that. You know, all my life, I've tried to kill that part of me because it made me feel despicable. And every time I failed, I hated myself for it and thought that I was just too weak. But that was the wrong way to look at it from the very start. This thing, the only way to truly kill it would be to kill myself. And I can't and won't do that. Not now, when there's so much at stake, nor in the future if there is one. No, I won't let it harm anyone ever again. But I'll accept that it's a part of me. You know, Saira, what good did all the self-loathing ever do? I've been dealt a tough hand, and with that thing and these urges inside of me, I'll never be like the others. I think that's the best, maybe the only way to deal with something like this. Accept it, as despicable as it may be, because it is part of who you are. Do you understand what I mean? I'm not deluding myself. Living with this thing will be something I have to wrestle with for the rest of my life. There will always be moments of weakness when it will try to get the best of me. But I will always resist. And I will do so without condemning myself every time it happens. And in the meantime, I will live. I will do all the things that I never allowed myself to do. Build friendships, go see the world, and go dancing. Even if the latter would be a rather amusing sight. Yes, and that. It does, yes, and it surprises me just how much. I'm not sure if I could have gotten here without you. Your friendship, it means a lot to me. And I hope we'll find this Numenos in the Forgotten City, because there are still so many things I want to do after all this is over. Kurmai should be gone by now, so I think it's safe to go upstairs without him noticing you. For a while, yes. As I said, I like this place, and I need some time to sort through my thoughts. You will.
Just haven't seen us yet. The clouds, that's it.
Or the city's deserted. Looks like it to me.
Nonsense! Now quiet. He needs to concentrate.
Ah, there you are. I was just about to wake you. But as you've noticed, it's a little too, well, quiet. Correct, yes. The Nexus Tower. By Malphus, it's a pity we don't have the time to explore this place more thoroughly. Just imagine how much history is hidden in each one of these stones. It's incredible. Maybe we can come back here one day, once we've stopped the cleansing. He was at first, yes. But he's grown more distant the closer we've gotten. Let's just hope for the best. No, not at all. But who knows? Maybe it's as the Starling says, and we'll be surprised. Well, first of all, let us take a look at it up close. Then we'll see.
That must mean something, right?
He will find them. He will find them, and they will listen.
Wait! By the... Just path. It's not good at all. Come on, we have to follow him.
This is so beautiful.
Beautiful, but deserted. So maybe the ancient fathers of the Starlings don't exist after all?
Let's not jump to conclusions, shall we? Somebody must have built this place, and somehow the maps which led us here have ended up in the hands of the Starlings. Ancient fathers or not, whoever was capable of creating something like this must also have known things. Let's just wait and see.
Father Uralai, Father Jotanax, Father Rajimon, he is here, and he has found you, just as your prophecy foretold. Now open the gates!
Oh my. I sense drama.
By the stars! Why do you punish him with silence? He found you! He fulfilled your prophecy! So let him inside! No! No, 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 no! This isn't happening! This isn't happening! Yes. Yes, he is here. He is sorry, Magistra. It was a mistake to come here. This place is dead, and the ancient fathers died with it.
Very poetic, pal, but now you're overdoing it. Who says they're dead? Maybe your ancient fathers just left for someplace else.
Yes, I'm sure they did.
Look, I am sorry this place isn't what you had hoped it would be. I really am. But Dalveric is right. You shouldn't jump to conclusions, and despair won't help you either. We should inspect this place before deciding anything. Don't you agree? The only question is how to get inside.
We could try breaking this gate open.
Splendid idea, boy. Do you have a battering ram with you? Myrid-sized, preferably?
This place must have a side entrance. Hermione?
Yes, probably.
Well, then let's go look for it. We split up. Dalveric, I suggest you accompany Kermai and take a closer look at the area around the docks. Legium and I will examine the eastern part of the city. And you and Sister Sakarish scout the west. If anyone finds anything, call the rest of the group before doing anything else. Now off you go.
Oh man. All his life he has worked for this, and now it turns out he'd been chasing ghosts all along. Let's just hope the architects of this place didn't take their knowledge with them to the grave, or wherever they are now. This is going to be interesting, that's for sure. Come on, you go ahead. I'll be right behind you. Saira, over here. That looks like a side entrance to me. Maybe it leads to the main tower, too. Come, let us go get the others.
Good. That looks exactly like what we needed. Anything we should know about the interior, Kermai? Traps?
No.
Well then. Liam and Delveric, you stay and guard the ship. If we haven't returned, or if you haven't heard from us within 12 hours, you're to take the ship back to Ark. Understood?
Understood.
Then let's be off.
Get ready. That was all of them. There. Careful. Kirash. That doesn't look good. I don't know. This flying steel creature must have noticed them. I agree, but going out into the open would be suicide. At least, as long as that alarm is active. In other words, we need to find a way to switch it off. Well, that's what we need to find out. But do you remember that SureAI that Kurmai told us about when we first entered the tower? He said it meant something like workshop. I suppose that's our best chance. Come on, let's get back inside. Only fragments. Shreds of thoughts like the memory of flying above the rooftops in that devastated village. But still, throughout all the time we were in that castle, I had this feeling of familiarity. I guess now I know why. Sayura, please. I know you mean well, but to be honest, I don't want to think about this. When all this, the High Ones, the cycle is over, I'll have plenty of time for pondering. Yes, I've thought about that too. You know, I try to imagine what it would be like, meeting her after all these years. I probably wouldn't even know what to say. But even if she is still alive, she probably thinks I'm dead. I'll have to think about this. I'll tell you once I've come to a conclusion. Tyrus is my father, and he always will be. Delgalar, he had good intentions, but still, he made me into what I am. He put that stone inside my head and gave birth to that creature. Yeah, I guess he is. I don't know, Sayura. Truth be told, I don't know what to think or feel anymore. Just give me some time to process this. Not really, no. I mean, of course, now I at least know where it comes from and that, well, that its existence isn't my fault. But still, it's there and I'll have to live with it forever. Nothing can change that. Well, you're asking the wrong person here. I think you are more familiar with that woman than I am. But judging from what you told me, and what she did to me, more and more I get the impression that she tries to channel the course of history. She influences it through single, relatively mundane interventions, like what she did back in the castle. But this is just guesswork, Sayura. I don't know. Look, over there. That looks promising.
started tearing apart our ship. Like chance I was on land when it happened. And now this Legion. He didn't make it.
Why, Malthus? Then we're the only ones left.
The only ones. So the Starling and the Magistrate didn't make it either? Oh, that's tragic. I'm ashamed to ask, but what about the Numenos? Did you find anything out about it? A map? If I believed in such things, I'd call this a twist of fate. I think I know where we can find one. And up there could also be our passage back.
Up where?
Follow me. I'll show you.
How did you make it here, my Sir Dalvaric? And what is this? Some kind of tunnel system?
Please, just a spar. I think we've been through enough together by now for that. And concerning your question, there was another entrance into the tower that led me right to these tunnels. There must have been shortcuts for the ones whose job it was to keep this place running. At least that's my guess. But it appears that you can reach almost any place in this Nexus Tower through the tunnels. And that's just what we need.
At least one lucky break.
Don't say that too loud. For all we know about this place so far, there could be some secret mechanism that floods these tunnels with poison gas.
Here we are. Care to fill us in on your plan now, Jespar?
Well, first we need to find our map. And then, well, then we each take a seat in one of these capsules and let ourselves drop.
We let ourselves drop?
They're escape pods. Kamai had similar ones on the airship, and I just hope they work as intended. Unless you have a better plan, of course.
No.
Good, then get going. Let's find that map. Is that it? Great! Down to the pods, quickly!
Kirash, there you are. That was quite the landing. Come, we should go look for the mercenary, for Jespar. I saw his pod go down not far from here. Careful. Look, over there. Oh no. Oh, he's alive. Looks like a minor laceration to me, maybe a broken rib or two. I guess the force of the impact threw him against this rock. Still, we need to get him to an apothecarius. Do you have the map? I think teleport magic should work again down here. Good. Then at least all this wasn't for nothing. Let's go.
So the High Ones devour our consciousnesses. Now that's what I call ironic. Maybe Koarik and his free people do become part of these higher beings they so adore after all. We should tell them. Maybe they'll be so delighted that they will abandon the siege and sail right back to Naren.
Spare us your jests. Archmagister, how long will you need to decipher the map? Archmagister?
I don't know. A couple of days, at least. I should start right away. Excuse me.
What is wrong with him?
Jaela was his mentor during his novitiate. But he will get over it. He has to. You did well, Prophetess. Despite the complications, the mission was a complete success.
A complete success? What in blazes has happened to you, Tila?
Nothing. And now is not the time for quarreling.
Yayla is dead, Tila, just like Jorek. Jorek for the name of the gods. And none of this would have happened if we had just given Quarrick this idiotic machine. Please, Tila, if my opinion means anything to you, let go of this madness.
I don't care about your opinion. Yorick was a traitor, and Yayla gave her life for something greater than herself. But the latter in particular seems to be something you cannot relate to. Now, silence. I've had enough of your attempts to hinder our mission. Back to the topic at hand. Skyrim, what do you make of Yayla's plan to use the word of the dead to enter a High One's mind? I always thought it only enabled its user to relive the last memories of the deceased.
Well, if the High Ones are made of a collective subconsciousness, they are different in that regard. They consist only of memories, and a lot of them. That is, of course, if the Magistrate's theory about them is true.
Forgive my interruption, but having seen the Starling's murals, I would say it is. Mankind ascends to become a High One. This is what the cleansing really is.
Then it might work. Used on a High One, the word of the dead could allow us to enter its spirit.
We will take the risk. The walls still hold against Quarrick's armies, but we need to hurry. As soon as the Arcanists have figured out the map, we will set out to find this city of 1,000 floods. If you have any unfinished business to attend to, you should do it now. Many things will be decided by what's to come. I feel it. Ah, and the apothecarius said that the mercenary will live. He's in the Cararium, in case you want to pay a visit.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing. Blazes, it's dark already. Time really does fly by. Pathlessness for every look. Where is this supposed to go? Huh? Yeah, that makes sense.
My dame, please. The Lord will redeem you for your kindness.
Now there's a treat for the eye. What do you say, darling? Want to spend some time together? A real pretty thing you are. We should spend some time together.
Madame?
He'll come around. He has to.
Some people just don't know their path.
What is it, son? Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick or two I could show you, but trust me, they don't come cheap. Yes. Yes, just move along. What? Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick or two I could show you, but trust me, they don't come cheap. Well then. Well then.
Obulus, my dame, please, the Lord would...
Keep walking.
From the upper city, huh? You got guts walking around with all that stuff down here.
There you are. Very well. Nice place, isn't it? While the Neramis are in front of our gates, the people down here are bashing each other's heads in, and the crowd is cheering them on. I don't have a problem with it. I don't care what people do down here for their amusement. Be that as it may, I finished reconstructing the Planeswalker. It was expensive and arduous, but the result turned out better than expected. In a safe place. Come along.
Come to bed. Talk to Rasha.
Yes.
They come creeping from every corner down here, don't they? Either way, here it is. The Planeswalker. Correct. But in order for it to do that, we need to activate it first. See those 3 crystal fragments worked into the casing? Well observed. Essentially, the Planeswalker creates a distortion in reality. Imagine the following. When you cast a fireball, this fireball is coming from another eventuality, correct? Accelerated heat you conjure right into your fingertips. While you're doing this, there's a brief moment in time where the door between this eventuality and our world stands ajar. Magic means being able to bring elements from other eventualities into ours, as though they are coming from another room. However, to access this room, no matter how briefly, one needs to open a door to it. That's what we call a rift. Good. The problem is that this rift normally exists for only a split second. And this is where the Planeswalker comes into play. It maintains the rift the moment we create it. Yes. I will cast the spell, but I will need to borrow from your strength. You'll see why. In a moment. Once the rift is open, we'll only have a limited amount of time, so 3 things in advance. First of all, according to Dalmaric, planeswalking is extremely dangerous. Well, he thinks that an eventuality recognizes irregularities after a certain amount of time, and corrects them. In other words, massive arcane fever and a brain hemorrhage. So we'll have very little time over there. Secondly, the further an eventuality is located from our strand, the less time we can stay in it. Realities in which Vin doesn't even exist would correct us the moment we step through the rift. How should I know? One would have to experiment to find that out. And considering what's at stake, I think that's a bad idea. I doubt it. Trying to counteract an eventuality with ambrosia is probably as helpful as putting a warm compress around your neck after someone has decapitated you. Well, let me put it this way. I'd actually prefer to go through the rift by myself. But knowing you, I doubt you'd stay behind. But, and this is important, once we're there, please don't follow me. Look around, explore the area, do whatever you feel like doing. But let me carry out my task in peace. Please. It involves a person who was once very important to me. Are you satisfied? Or do I need to pour out my whole heart to you? Good. Now let's waste no more time, shall we? Here, take this and cast it at my command. Do it from... wait. Yes, from over there. Let's begin. Gosh. It worked. By the name of the sun. It actually worked. Hira, the Siras Islands, a few miles from the shore near Al Rashin. You feel it too, don't you? The fever? It is. It must be the eventuality trying to correct us, just as Dalmaric said it would. In other words, the clock is ticking. One close to our strand, yes. Another version of Vin. Forgive me. Frankly, I had doubts until the very end whether this would really work. All this, it's incredible. Look for someone. Prophetess. Thank you. I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with, but this... it means a lot to me. Give me 10 minutes, will you? Take a look around, do what you will, but be careful. Yes, you will.
I liked it. What do you think, love?
It was magnificent. We'll make a great bard out of you yet.
Really?
Really. And you know what? Because you did so well, I'll tell you a secret.
What is it?
It's a secret, so I can only tell you and not Mommy. Come over here and I'll tell you.
Hey, that's not fair.
Nothing in the world is fair, love. So, Princess, what do you say?
Okay.
Just a little closer.
The secret is...
The tickle monster is hungry again!
You too. Do you want to know another secret? The little princess is way past her bedtime already, and she knows it. Because I have told her before.
Alright, I'm going.
Look how she's grown. Time really does fly, doesn't it?
No argument there. I'll finish the letter, okay? You go upstairs and get some sleep. You've earned it.
Okay. Don't be too long, all right?
Don't worry, I won't. Hey, I love you.
I love you too, Naya. You just had to do it, didn't you? Well observed. Yes. Yes, I do. Huh? I'm afraid I've changed my mind. I'm staying. How touching. My daughter, and my wife, Naya. The man that world out there made me into. I never wanted to be like him. All I wanted was to live a normal life, like the Juzlan of this world gets to. But that's just the way of things. A world that doesn't care what you want. It decides. We endure. Yes, I did. Does it matter? They're gone. Dead. Buried under the sand of the Red Desert. End of story. Not here. I don't want them to find my body. Spare me the pathos. The dead are dead, and what they would have wanted is irrelevant. Though it might amuse you to know that, until recently, I would have agreed with you. But that was before I saw this. It opened my eyes. Oh, don't even bother. I have made up my mind. And you'll have to force me. Naya, did you hear that? It... never mind. Probably just the wind. You're all right. I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me. Yes, so am I. The house, their voices, it was simply too much to bear. I must ask your forgiveness. I do not want to talk about it. You've learned much about me in these past few hours. Leave me this last bit of privacy as a refuge. Of course I did. I don't know. Maybe I thought it would help me to see them, provide closure. Or maybe it was just the desire to see what might have been, as painful as it was. You've also lost people, wouldn't you have done the same? If you actually believe that, then I envy you. Good question. But now that I have done what I set out to do, I will tell the Grand Master and the Archmagister about it. Maybe they can put it to good use. Though, frankly, I doubt it. The ether crystal has lost its power, and it'll be next to impossible to find a new one in the little time we have left at our disposal. And even if Heranthiel can get his hands on another one, the correction happens far too fast for us to gain worthwhile information about the cycle from other realities. But I'll leave the choice to him. I am grateful that you saved me. Now that I'm back here, I know that staying would have been the wrong choice. Still, I don't regret doing what we did. It showed me something. I believe that concludes our business, does it not? Thank you again. Here, this is the least I can give you for your efforts. I will see you back at the temple. There's a lot that needs doing.
What do you want? To cock at me? Just
Move along. We're watching you, Slipper. Always. Observe. Don't fear.
Yeah. It's not as if I didn't tell them that already.
Always go too easy.
That's just how it is. Everything was
Be careful, my Dane. The streets aren't safe at this hour.
The light fades away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum. Red madness. Enemies before our gates. How can the old ask us to keep on living as if nothing has happened?
Walk blessed.
Work, work, work.
Now, where did I put that?
Hungry for arcane
I've got
secrets?
just what a
I
weary
have
traveler
books,
needs.
scrolls, potions.
Now,
anything
where
for
did I...
Greetings. Do you need a potion to refresh your stamina, or are you a user of the arcane arts? I have all you'll ever need.
Not now, please.
Morala's blessings. Spices, rugs, delicacies, only the best. Straight from Kile. Take a look.
I just don't see the fucking point.
Farewell.
Interesting weapon you got there. Yeah? What do you want? Uh-huh.
Huh? Wait, I think I know you. You helped the Grandmaster crush those Naramese bastards at the Harbor Gate, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
I can't believe that actually happened.
Greetings. Do you... Sure. Take a look.
The light fades away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum.
Walk blast. Sure. Take a look. Walk blast. Sure. Take a look. Walk. Blast. Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends.
What?
who have the
No,
mighty
I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it. Walk blessed.
Fruits, vegetables, bread fresh from the oven.
Hey,
Treat
wait.
yourself.
Never mind. Oh, you're an outlander, aren't you? Of course not, my dame. Forgive me, I didn't mean to offend you.
Red madness. The fuck is wrong with this world?
Leave me alone!